I saw this story the other day how LeBron James, when he was in middle school, used to be bullied.
The number one basketball player in the world. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yes. He was bullied, and one person in the class stood up for him and protected him against the bullies. A few years ago, that friend lost everything, filed bankruptcy. LeBron James hired him as his personal security and pays him $1 million a year. He has no security background. None. The moment that he hired him, he did not even have a registered weapon in his name, but said, I've got to maintain this relationship because of where you stood with me when I didn't have any of it. Through how all of the ebbs and tides and flows of your life's twists and turns, how difficult or is it difficult for you to maintain friendships?
That is the most powerful question anybody's ever asked me.
Wow.
It is because it is the one that takes me to this emotional state. I have lost a lot of friends. From childhood friends, from ninth grade, we had children together. I'm saying, like, I was pregnant and she was pregnant right after that. To high school, college roommates that I'm no longer friends with.
Wow.
And simply because, and I've spoken about it publicly, it hurts a lot because you think, hey, let's go, we can do this. Yeah. Hey, I'm on a come up, I'm doing all this, let's go. But what I realized that what I believe my culture has not been taught is how do you have people that are on the uprise, either for the person who's on the uprise or the people that are watching or being a part of it? How do you both handle the situation? Because it could be the part of you on the uprise and you want to bring people with you, and maybe you're going to heights and you have an oxygen mask on and they don't.
Yes.
They're going to run out of oxygen. Yeah. And I believe that's what happened for the most part. And then there's a side over here of, hey, don't let me put her in a bad situation where, well, I want to go and do something, but I can't afford it. I would go with you. Yes. But I know you got it. Those conversations, and I've heard those. If I got a quarter for every time I heard that, I would have made $100,000 already.
It is hard to be a skydiver with a crew that is afraid of heights.
Wow.
And a lot of times we try to drag people up to a level that they, quite frankly, are not interested in the pain of wanting people to go high when they're comfortable living low. So when you talk about it's lonely at the top, is not theory. That's a real place.
I know this is yours, but can you answer that question? Because when you said it, how has it been for you going through this process?
It is trauma. I don't have childhood trauma. I got adult trauma.
Yes.
My childhood was great. It was post-puberty that I found out, wow, people don't use deodorant. Yeah, I mean, people smell in a sweaty situation. And knowing that everybody's journey is different. Everybody's path is different. So we say things on social media, some relationships are for a season, a reason, for a lifetime. It's cute to post, but it's hard to digest. And so some friendships, or can I say for our context, some marriages are for a season.
Yes.
And it is it's okay to outgrow. The best example I have is milk is healthy until the expiration date.
Or you become lactose intolerant.
And it is so toxic that milk you can't throw away, you have to put in the drain.
Yes. Oh, yes.
So you throw it away, it's going to mess up the whole house.
I just saw that big, thick clunk.
Yes.
You left it in there. Oh,
yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, so being a friend of your dream. How to say, me and my dream are going to walk this out.
Absolutely. And even if I have to do it by myself.
Hey. And take that on with you.
Wow.
Yeah, that's serious and significant.
Yes, it is.
I want you to talk about parenting adult children.
You got all the components. I love these questions.
I'm in a different place. All of my girls now are in college. Sort of relationship.
Wow, already?
Yes. So the relationship is completely different. You know what I mean? So for my daughter's asking me now, why you like this woman?
Ooh.
Yeah. I'm looking like, who do you think you talking to? Yeah, I mean, they ask me that, what's the colors for the wedding?
Yes.
They-
Congratulations,
No,
by the way.
thank you.
Congrats.
Yes.
I saw that. I'm like,
Yes.
yes.
They asking me a dog question. Now, is she picking out our dress or can we pick out our own?
Ooh.
And I realized I wasn't dealing with kids. I'm dealing with young adults,
It's young women.
young women.
You can have them. I'll take the young men.
I trade you.
No.
No, they want something else.
No.
They want something altogether different. So tell me about the dynamics of how that shifts of adult children are your friends, but not. You can deal with them at a certain level, but then don't get too comfortable now. I'm still your mama.
I want to deal with different levels of this, if I may. Because
Yes.
my oldest son, we grew up together.
Wow.
So I'm 15 years older.
Yes.
He'll be 38 his birthday.
Yes.
Say. Our relationship is totally different. And it is more of, there are times he gets put on block. Like literally block him on my phone. Because he will call with some shenanigans. And he'll call intoxicated. Like
Yeah.
he'll call and he's like, hey mom, what's up with you? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh Lord. I'll try it. And then next thing I know, he is cussing and fussing. I'm like, babe, I gotta let you go, and I'll hang up.
Yeah.
And then there are times he'll call, he's just cool and chill. And I had to deal with that many years ago. I had to give that one to God. And they said,
Yeah.
give it. I gave it to him.
Yeah.
I said, Lord, I can't. If not, I'm going to be heavily medicated because he's going to stress me out.
Yeah.
And I had to let go.
Mm.
I tell him, I love you, but I cannot handle the anxiety that it gave me. Was to no end, to where it put me in the hospital twice. And I said, I can't do this. And I've never shared that publicly.
Wow.
I cannot. He doesn't understand. You treat me like this. And I'm like, either I'm going to die wanting to what I see so many mothers and parents do because we want to make sure our kids know I love him. I say it. I try my very best to show it.
Yeah.
But you're not going to take me to my grave.
Wow.
That's a decision that I made.
My sister's a therapist. She told me something years ago. 92% of our stress is not ours.
Exactly.
We stressed about somebody else.
Grown people.
And their stress is what's eating us alive.
It is. I sit and smile and I'm thinking, okay, when I leave, I'll text or I'll call him. And
Yeah.
it's just, I love him, but I just can't at times.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have my middle son. He's the middle child. The middle child likes everything to be mellow, chill.
Yes.
They don't want no drama.
Yes.
They trying to be happy and
Yes.
everybody. And that in itself is a whole different story.
Yeah.
And especially when I was going through a divorce with their dad, it
Yeah.
was a different story. And I had to learn, don't get them involved. And I didn't.
Right.
But I would see him try to balance that. I said, no young child should try to balance two parents. So let me just leave him out of that.
Yeah.
And so I'm closer to all of them, but he is the one who wants to talk to me the most. He is the one, ma. And
Yes.
everybody he's ever dated, they always knew they had to meet me.
Mm.
Channing said he is not going any further until I meet the mom.
Yes.
I never said, hey, I don't like her. I never said anything. Now, he would know if I didn't say anything. It's not my choice, but I never said anything wrong. And he said, I knew. You didn't say anything about her. It was out. But the last one, the one he's marrying now,
Yes.
he approached me in a way, Mom, she's an entrepreneur. She's this. That he knew
They
that
were
was a
selling it. Yeah.
done. She is good, but he is just a different child. He will call. I've only seen him mad one time in 29 years.
Wow.
One time, and he was 38 hot. And I was like, calm down. I was like, I've never seen my child so upset, other than on the basketball court or the football field, but just in every day something took place with he and his dad, and he was not happy with that.
Yeah.
So it is that personality, and then come the baby.
Yeah.
The baby got to see the Dr. Sonja evolve. The baby got to hear from his bedroom above my studio the affirmations that I was telling women, and I would walk upstairs and clean his room while he's at school, and I would see them written in his mirror.
Wow.
The baby became the public speaker because as soon as he could, probably 10 or 12, I would put a ketchup bottle in his hand and say, Tell me who you are. What's your name? And every adult who ever met him after that, it's like, he is so well spoken.
Yes.
I said, I want to make sure you have great eye contact. You're shaking their hand. You are not like, I don't want to talk to anybody. We're not doing that.
Yes.
His personality is so like mine. It's not always a good thing.
Yes.
He's a loner. When he met his fiance now, he just go there and hey, sir, you know you got a mom over here. You going to call? You going to say, yes, ma'am, I'm sorry, I'm working. I'm caught up. So all these personalities. And then I get a bonus son.
Yes, yes, yes.
Who is so much like those last two. You cannot tell me I did not give birth to him.
Incredible.
I fell in love with him before I fell in love with his dad.
Wow.
And he was already in high school.
Wow.
And it probably because he lost his mom at a very young age.
Yep.
So I realized when I was dating, I always think about at some point, if they have children, God forbid something happens to the mother, guess who becomes the mother?
Yes.
Me. At least can I be a mother figure now? I don't want to force a relationship. I don't want them to call me anything that they don't want to call me.
Right.
I wanted a friendship, but at the same time, they knew that I'm still the parent.
Yes.
I'm still an adult. And so we have a different dynamic of a relationship, and it is just funny. I treat him just like I treat my sons. He's going to kill me for seeing, if he sees this, he had a young lady that he was seeing.
Yeah.
And she was over at the house or whatever the case may be. And I said, what are we doing?
You said to him or her?
Both of them. I was like,
Together.
what y'all doing? They went upstairs or whatever. He's going to kill me for this. But anyway, they went upstairs. Like, what y'all doing? What are we doing? Because are we together? Or are we just sliding through? And because for me to say that, he was just kind of like, whoa. Sonja's like, look, I'm going to treat you like I treat my sons. You know, young lady coming over here, I'm going to treat you like you were if I had daughters, they get the same treatment.
Yes.
I'm looking at her. What are we doing? Are we dating or what are we doing? Because you're not going to be over here. I got 9 other bedrooms. Pick one. Pick one of them. Because if y'all just friends, but if y'all together, it's a little bit, and I know some church folks listening to this and goes, whatever. I understand these young people going to do a thing. If you're doing a thing, at least I know you're doing a thing with somebody you want to be with. And he's getting the glimpse of what is marriage, per se.
Yes.
Not saying he hasn't been around it, but he's seeing his bonus brothers get married.
Yes.
And so it's a different conversation. And so I just politely asked her, what are we doing? And then I asked him. And I got the biggest surprise I'd ever seen in my life. After I was done having the conversation that my heart is beating fast, probably offending both of them, he walked over to me and gave me the biggest hug. Not a side hug. It was a hug like, and he got I'm getting emotional thinking about it. At that moment, he knew that I loved him just as much as I love my own kids.
Wow.
And for him to know that and us to feel it in the moment, it was a game changer. I said, you're just like my blood. You don't get to do things just because you're a bonus child. I'm not going to say anything. I love you. I love you enough to tell you the truth. And I want to protect you from the young women out here that may see a thing around here and come to the house and think, I'm marrying into this. That's not what we're going to do around here. So I need them to know.
Not with 9 extra bedrooms. You're not doing that. I'm still there. I blacked out. I don't even remember nothing else. I want to thank you for inspiring me to dream to 9 other bedrooms.